this is Radio Joe 007 coming to you once again from the VidCom AI workshop and Sim Pit studio, as you can see behind me here on this camera view. I'm going to be showing this camera view to unbox a brand new piece of kit that I received from Steven at the Hornet Sim Shop, HSS, out of Houston, Texas. Of course, he always boxes everything very nicely. The Hornet Sim Shop logo, fragile everywhere. Of course, you got the Texas flag showing that it was actually manufactured here in the United States in Texas. Love that. And love Steven's quality and his build and his just regimen. He is absolutely committed to manufacturing and designing stuff from mil spec. He scans his products directly from the F-18 parts from his own F-18 cockpit, and then designs everything from there. He's not trying to align with Open Hornet or anybody else. He's doing his own thing, and he does it very, very well, folks. As you're going to see, nobody boxes their gear as carefully, gingerly as like these are his children. So we're going to be unboxing this thing together. This is the first off of his manufacturing line. This was his, well, this isn't the prototype. This is actually the first production version of his brand new center console pillar. That includes the ALR-67 and ECM panels all in one. And this looks to be, or I'm hoping it's going to be as amazing as some of the pictures that he sent me. All right, so here we go. Like usual, we've got a lot going on here. I'm going to get this mic just slightly out of the way. As usual, he has multiple layers of bubble wrap, which I would respect, and then more bubble wrap. And then underneath the bubble wrap, we have paper gingerly wrapping the actual parts themselves. I'm going to take these out. This is always amazing stuff. And all right, so as I unwrap this, as you're going to see, this is so carefully wrapped. I'll be cutting some of the details here, but the bottom line is you had bubble wrap in bubble wrap. Then you have this paper wrap that ensures that nothing gets dinged or moved or messed. In fact, when I moved around the box, when I received it from UPS yesterday, I could move it around gingerly. Nothing moved inside the box. I mean, you could hear paper slightly squishing, but nothing was actually physically moving, which is a beautiful thing, knowing how things can get jostled around in shipment, that nothing's going to happen to your gear, especially when you're talking about multi-hundreds of dollars of something like this. So this center pillar is designed to go right underneath the WinWing MIP, which goes underneath and supports his own HUD and Hornet Dash, that he's been very famous and very successful selling both the Dash, the print files, and of course the pre-printed Dash. Now this thing is, wow, it's not only wrapped, but it's actually sealed. Man, he did a shrink that sealer. All right, so I'm gonna have to pull this open here. Here we go, the reveal. Man, that looks gorgeous. Look at this thing. And how about that, folks? This is going to look fantastic in the Sim-Rig behind us here. All right, so what we're going to do next, I mean, this looks fantastic. We have a singular, oh, nice. He's got his actual logo here on the back of the push pedal. Very nice. And his logo down here as well on the sides. We've got a singular USB cable that's plenty long enough because it's basically just going right up and into my USB hubs. And then this is going to screw in right behind the WinWing AMPCD. So I'm going to be taking off the AMPCD from the front or rear probably, and then sliding this up into it and then putting it back on. Man, this looks absolutely gorgeous. All right, folks, let's see how it looks once I get it installed on the rig. All right, so this is Radio Joe. We're back now. We have it fully installed in the cockpit. You see that pedestal looks absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm going to turn it on. You see here we have lights on, but we do not have actual activity on the ALR-67. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on, switch it on, pressing the on-off button here. We'll see it come on. Boom. And it is now on, as you can see there in the cockpit. as I turn on each of the things and I switch the buttons here, I've just had to slave these in the control switch. You see, and we go back up here, you can see that switch now to record, bit test. As we go down through, it follows all the things through. You can hear a nice sufficient click, and of course everything, the dispense button, everything works just perfectly as it should. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and these buttons, these are actually pull-out, lock-out buttons, just as they should be in the real cockpit. Stephen doesn't skimp anything here. Very nice. And bypass and on. Everything has a substantial click and feel to it, very solid. And even these buttons here on the display type have a different feel on the spring, because he's gone in and programmed these springs, or actually replaced the springs with stronger springs, and everything maps over RWR audio here, volume, and everything else is very simple to map in the control panel in DCS, the DCS controls, as you would expect it to be. And we'll show a picture of that in just a second. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and as you can see, the pedestal is solid. I mean, it has no real movement at all. I mean, it can take a little kick or a pop from your feet. It's very solid. Hits up through. The fit and finish is absolutely fantastic. I just love it. And I do want to add one extra note about the analog gauge here. This, you know, Stephen's really gone to an effort here to use actual analog gauges. You hear that thing spin up and zero out when it powers on each time. It's absolutely incredible, the level of detail and realism here. And of course his logo's on the side. It's just fantastic. You're going to love this part, folks. Alright, so once again, Stephen at Hornet Sim Shop is doing just a fantastic job with this new console, where I would say it's really the center pedestal console with the ALR-67. It's absolutely fantastic. You're going to love having this as an addition to your sim rig. Really adds realism and simplicity to any sim pit. You folks, have a great day, and thanks for flying with us.